Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're in Monarch. It happens to be on sale in the shop, but remember, you can get this for global XP. As you guys can see, though, I do pretty darn well on this ship. And that's kind of a rarity for a ship that doesn't have a ton of accuracy, right? Like 36%. But when you play a ship to its strengths, it's pretty good. Monarch has a couple things that other ships don't have, even though it don't have accuracy. It's got the quarter pen, which is good, so it's kind of like a tier 7 Marlboro in some ways. But also, the one advantage it has over Marlboro is you can get away with a lot of crap, right? This is a King George with 15-inch guns and more armor, meaning this thing is actually pretty tough for the most part, especially if you go broadside. You can do some dumb stuff that you shouldn't get away with. All right, that's just the way it is. The Citadel's underwater. It can be a hard ship to get rid of in the hands of a good player. Again, we spawn middle, so we stay middle. We don't run to the edges. And as you guys know, we always have our best games in the middle. Plus, I recommend you leading on HE in this ship, but when you get the opportunity, shoot the AP, right? Like in this match, you're going to see that's what's going to happen. I have AP loaded, and I always load AP in anything, basically, for the most part, because you never know when somebody's going to be broadside. I see Harlem there, and we go to use our plane to get the observation plane to get the better grouping, and we kind of waste it. We switch over to HE, then we see that Zeton is completely broadside. This Zeton is going to be hilarious. He has left his flank on this side, and where you guys see where he ends up is crazy. I don't know if there's catnip over by A, but he gave up a really good spawn on C to get secondaries going off to run across the middle of the map, and I don't know. Broadside. We're going to do our best. We have AP. He's broadside. We only get 3 of our shells to hit, which isn't awful. And we get a decent salvo. That being said, I am doing my old trick where I'm acting like I'm not paying attention, right? Like, you can see I'm hyper-focused on Caracacholo, right? Also, one thing too, our destroyer, kudos to him, with a low commander, actually plays pretty well. I didn't expect that, and I actually was hoping he would go to the other side, get away from the other destroyer. That being said, Caracacholo doesn't realize I've been paying attention to him the entire time. He goes broadside, and very close to a depth strike. We get the first blood. And then Harlem. Because we're in the middle of the map, they don't expect a British battleship to be here. You're supposed to be like Conqueror at the back of the map. We have AP loaded. You guys want to see a magic trick? This is a Harlem. And you see it, and now you don't. Alright? Listen. If you think that's going to be the only one either, no, we'll have some pretty good shots. This match is just like everybody broadside. Now, I was going to shoot here. I thought maybe I was going to go dark for a second through the smoke. But then I'm like, you know what? He's going behind the island. I don't care. Clearly, he's a secondary build. I'm getting hit with secondaries over 10 kilometers. And he's still running away. Alright, so we do know there is a cruiser out in front of us. I would much like to get rid of a carrier as well, because the carrier, as you can see now, is starting to drop me, so we're going to go ahead and try to do that. Also, with Monarch, you have amazing heals, so you don't have to panic. If you get a fire put on you, just let it burn. The only time I put fires out on this ship is if I got 3 of them. Right? The heals will just, they come back quick, they'll heal you really good, or really fast. Again, we're spotted here, so we know, obviously there is something out in front of us, and to the right. We get hit from the right. We have 1 fire going, so clearly we just let it burn and we use a heal up. We're not in any danger. I don't know what was this team's obsession with going over to A. but this is never going to help, right? And to make it even worse, they're not even winning A, right? There's two of our battleships over there still holding their own. We take a nice little shot on Munchin, which would have been a definite dev strike. Somebody took some damage off of them, and their first two shells kill them. So, clearly, well, we don't have the world's most amount of damage. We essentially had almost three depth strikes there, right? Pretty close. And we've been doing nothing but driving forward, really. In the process of doing this, we've already helped get a cap. We're going to be moving up to get another cap as well. Like, I do not... I know I talk about this all the time, and people are probably sick of it. But please, don't give up the middle spawn. It is the best spawn in the game, hands down. In every map, almost, it is the best spawn. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if I'm on a map, I want the middle spawn. You can just do so much more with the middle spawn than you can from the flank. And I'm not saying that the flank is bad. I just compared to the middle, where you can affect all areas of the map. You can affect the middle, the left, and the right. As you can see here, we have already affected both all the sides of the map. Graf Zeppelin gets spotted, and we're going to turn out as we are also helping getting this cap as well. But at this point, you can see just already it's a slaughter. Like, this is just, it's a slaughter. Now, is the AP on this thing as great as, like, an American battleship or Russian or German? Absolutely not. But you still can use it. And the reason that it can be rough to use, as you can see here, we're switching AP, and we don't get a lot. The accuracy is what makes the AP not great on Monarch, right? You still want to use it when you get a broadside. This match, we use 90% of the time probably AP as we take down the carrier. But in reality, we really... HE is better in this ship, right? You got quarter pen. Without that having the accuracy, with only 35% accuracy in this thing, it's much nicer as we finish off Zeton, who is finally can't run anymore, to get our Kraken. But with the HE and the accuracy, actually, this thing, as you guys saw from the guide we did on it, I think we had a match, like a crazy match in this thing with HE, and just smoked people with it. Because of the spread that you get with the ship, it actually helps the HE, because you're not sending all the shells into one spot to set it on fire, right? So, pretty good as we get a second capture, 5 kills so far. Obviously not the world's biggest damage, but guys, I mean, we almost dev struck 3 people, killed 2 more, and I mean, really, that's what we got. We did everything that was given to us in this match. And that's all you can do sometimes, right? Especially when you have decent teammates. Kudos to that destroyer with the low tier commander, playing really well for what I was worried about, honestly. And their destroyer is really off to the side, so we're just going to speed it up. We'll never get to that part of it. Neither will they. But a Kraken, 2 base caps, really obviously helping our team out. A good ship, but if you're going to go that way, go global. I don't think this is overpowered. I just think it's a solid ship. With a 2700 base game, clearly helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, folks.